Hi, my name is Janie, and today we are interviewing Mr. Zepazar. Good afternoon.
Hi,
What's your full name and what's your title here?
my name is Mark Allen Zeppazauer, and I'm the 8th grade social studies and ELA teacher. I'm also middle school lead teacher, and my password is B265JY in case you need to hack into my laptop.
Okay, if you can travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
I would go to Antarctica because I've been fascinated with Antarctica and the South Pole and penguins ever since I was a little kid.
That's great.
But it's really expensive, so I don't think I'm going anytime soon.
What is one of your favorite things to do as a teacher?
One of my favorite things to do as a teacher is to integrate different subjects into my lessons. So even though I'm a social studies teacher, I teach writing, but there's also science and math involved. When I was an art teacher, I would put math and science and history into my lessons. I like teaching students that everything is interconnected.
When did you start growing your beard?
When I was 15. I started growing my beard when I was about 15 or 16. You can see pictures in my high school. Oh, this beard. My son suggested this about 3 years ago. He said, Dad, you should start growing your beard real long. And so it's
Yeah,
3 years later. Let's see how long it can get.
We kind of stated it when we were speaking yesterday while we were doing our questions. They kind of stated Mr. Zepazar probably started growing his beard when he was 15.
Yeah, but I change it a lot. You know, sometimes I'll shave it off, and sometimes I'll grow it out, and sometimes I'll have a full beard, sometimes no beard, sometimes just a mustache. But this particular look is about 3 years ago.
Where did you grow up and what did you do during your childhood?
Oh, I grew up in California in what's known as Silicon Valley now, south of San Francisco. And I also spent 8th grade in Europe, in Vienna, Austria, in an all-boys school where everybody spoke German. So that was kind of an amazing experience. And then when I came back to California, I went to high school, the same high school where Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak went, the people who invented Apple Computer. They were a couple of years ahead of me, and I never met them. But it was a pretty cool place to go to school.
Yeah.
Go
Did you enjoy your
Mustangs.
time there?
Yeah, I had a great time in high school.
That's good. What's one of your favorite ways to discipline your students and what's your reasoning for your stop?
I don't have a favorite way to discipline. I would rather not have to discipline the students, but you have to make the punishment fit the crime. So sometimes just having a talk with the student is going to work. Sometimes they need to write a letter of apology or we need to call the parents. But most of the time, when kids are acting up in class, they're stealing time from me and the other students, and time is the most precious thing that you have. So to make the punishment fit the crime, they have to do some time. They have to come in for lunch detention, even though I have better things to do. It's a small price to pay. Help people.
And what's your reasoning for your stop?
The stomp. Now, Janie, I don't understand why the stomp is such a big deal. I never really thought it through, but it seems like a really important thing to you about my teaching. And basically, I guess what you're talking about is somebody in the back of the room will say something they really shouldn't say, and then I'll get this look on my face, like give them the hairy eyeball, and take a step in their direction, like, what did you just say? And usually that's enough to get them to stop. You really like that part, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's really entertaining.
glad you're enjoying it.
Can you show us your stop?
Oh, sure.
Hold up, Mr.
Something like, what did you say? Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What have you learned about your teaching experiences?
In my 10 years as a teacher, I've taught every age group from kindergarten up to 12th grade. and a little bit with college students, and I've been with middle school for 5 years now. And people your age are just a lot of fun to be around. You're just right at the beginning of building your adult brain, and you're putting your adult personality together. And you folks are just full of passion and humor, and I like middle school students. The other thing, though, is other teachers. If I'd have known how much fun other teachers are to hang around with, I would have started teaching a lot sooner. Because teachers, just by definition, are just big-hearted, smart, friendly people who know a lot. They're great to hang out with.
Yeah. What have you thought about this school so far?
This school is the best school I've ever taught at. I'm so happy to be here. It's great to have the arts integration, the quality of the staff, the leadership, the quality of the facilities here, and the students just make this a really special place, and we're all really lucky to be here.
What other schools have you taught in Tucson?
I taught at Apollo. I was the art teacher at Apollo for 4 years. I taught at Drexel Elementary School, and for a while I was a substitute in the Flowing Wells District, and I taught at their high school and their middle schools and elementary schools.
Seems like you have a lot of fun teaching,
but,
Mr.
oh yeah, teaching's great, but Gallego is the best.
Well, that is there anything you'd like to add?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? Oh, well, you just did. No, I think I pretty much covered it. Gallego's great. I like teaching here, and the reason I stomp is when people say something wrong.
All right, thank you for this interview, Mr. Zepazar.
Well, thank you, Janie.
Okay.